As I prepared to write this year's State of the County address and pondered the state of our county, I admit I was discouraged by the reality we find ourselves in. Our friends and neighbors continue to feel the stress and frustration of the prolonged recession. With unemployment, and more importantly, underemployment at historic highs, gas prices climbing north of $3.50 a gallon, and home heating prices rising sharply, oil approaching $4 a gallon, our families are being forced to make some very difficult choices yet again this year. We in government have also been put in the unenviable situation of trying to balance budgets with sharp drops in revenues and increased demands on our services. Our residents have weighed in loudly that ever-increasing property taxes are just unacceptable. As I stand here tonight, I fully recognize the harsh reality we find ourselves in, but I also know the resilience of this county. I also know the commitment of the people of this county and their can-do attitudes. These are very serious and difficult issues and can only be solved by all parties coming together and finding new and innovative solutions. I refuse to believe that these are insurmountable and that our only options are layoffs or raising taxes. I implore our union leaders to join my colleagues in the legislature and I to sit down and work together constructively, leaving egos and posturing at the door, committed to do whatever it takes to achieve success. Our employees and fellow taxpayers deserve nothing less. With that goal in mind, I'm proposing the creation of a county workforce and labor task force comprised of labor officials, management, elected officials, and members of the public to examine these issues and file a written report with recommendations no later than September 1st. Our agricultural sector continues to be an integral part of our economic base. The umbrella of farming covers a diverse group of businesses, from our dairy farmers to our micro farmers to our maple syrup producers. We continue to strive for new and innovative ways to support our agricultural community. I'm glad to report that our red meat processing plant is on schedule to break ground this spring after much awaited anticipation. And so, while it would be easy to be discouraged and lose faith in these turbulent times filled with finger-pointing and political rhetoric, in those rare moments of doubt, I encourage you to look in your own communities, neighborhoods, and your own homes and take hope from the goodwill that grows there. Thank you for coming. Good night, and God bless.
I think he put forth a cohesive plan of having people work together for smaller, leaner government with some privatization, and I think a lot of it's going to depend on the funding from the state and what happens with the mandates.
Well, I think that Chairman Rouis expanded upon where we were with the 2011 county budget, and it really means that we're trying to hold the line on property taxes as property taxpayers in the county are really at their limit of what they could pay. And I think that what he really focused on is the need for substantive reform and repeal of state mandates, or to have the state of New York fully fund their own mandates. If that were to occur, there would be $20 million available to either reduce taxes or to fund other priorities of the county legislature that's going back to Albany, because New York State is one of 2 states in the nation that require county property taxpayers to pay for Medicaid.